Hello planty friends, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Adriana. Please grab a drink because today I'm going to go over my Monstera collection. I have some tea, it's kind of lukewarm now. I made it a little bit ago and forgot to put it in a thermos. Should have known better. But I love this mug. I probably had this mug before, it's so cute. Yes, today I want to go over my Monstera collection. So I don't have a lot, but I have a lot more than I thought because I just forget some of the plants that I have are Monstera. For some reason, some of the Monstera I think are philodendron. Don't know why I make that mistake, but I do. So I have 6 Monstera, which again is more than I thought. So I'm gonna start with my most problematic Monstera. I'm gonna start with those. My first problematic Monstera is my Monstera adansonii. This is the narrow leaf form, so you can see, oh, it is very dried out. I have cut back this plant 1 or 2 times already because I have issues. We have issues. I can never keep this plant long-term happy. It was doing so well. Like, look how well it was growing. And then during the great neglect of December 2022, it suffered a lot. So yeah, this is how it looks. I'm probably going to have to cut it back again and then repot it because this going on is probably way too big for it now. But I mean, you can kind of see the narrow leaves on this one here. Yeah. It is what it is. I think if I cut it back, it'll have no problem regrowing for me. I haven't had a problem with it before. Just, that's what it is. I have to cut it back and it grows and then it becomes unhappy and then it dies and then I cut it back. It's just the game we play. Next, we have another Monstera adansonii, but this time this is the wide leaf form. So previously was the narrow leaf. This is the wide leaf. It is water propping and it's doing okay. It's doing all right. Like, this leaf is so cute. This leaf is so cute. Adorable. Then this leaf is doing okay. This leaf is completely dried off right here. Let's take that off. And then this baby leaf up here seems to be like half dried too. So it's doing okay. Not the best. I do have it water propping because, again, I do struggle with this one. I've struggled with it in soil and it's just really weird. Like, look at that. Look at the roots though. Oh, hold on, let me put it back in there. Let me turn it around. Look at the roots of this one. They're so cool. I love staring at this one's roots. And I honestly, that's why I haven't like potted it up yet, because I just love staring at the roots of this one and because I'm lazy. But yeah, it's like it's a weird one. It was weird to grow in soil. It was weird to cut and then prop like this, but it took off and it's doing okay water propping. I'm probably gonna put this one in Lucca maybe. Again, adansonii, I have struggled with this one. I've had in soil. I tried up a moss pole. I've tried in leca, and now it's water propping. So, you know, just going through all the methods here. But it seems to be doing well in water. I'll probably have to cut back the roots because they are crazy long again. They go all the way down this Foss prop vessel here. So, yeah, not the greatest luck with adansonii, but I'll take it. I'll take it. They're really, they're pretty, so I put up with it. This next one I call a philodendron all the time, and that is a Monstera Peru. It was September of 2021 that my husband and I went to Seattle for a wedding, and of course I visited plant shops, and of course I picked up plants. This being one of them. I have had, this is a dusty Peru. I'm sorry. I have had Perus in the past, but I do find that they are pretty finicky. They do like being, for me, on the what is it called? I want to say on the moister side, but I don't like that word. They like being on the wetter side, so they don't like to completely dry out, or else they look very sad. So this one does require, in my opinion, in my experience at least, a tad bit more water than what I'm used to my plants wanting. So, but I mean, look at these leaves here. They have a beautiful texture to them. They're pretty hardy. Like as far as the leaves go, besides, you know, wanting a little bit more water, it's a pretty hardy plant. Besides that, you can see that my cats have liked to take nibbles. Yeah, because that's what cats do, and I love my cats. I also have a stone in here that I picked up from like a girls trip in 2022. That was fun. So yeah, Monstera Peru. Had it for over a year now, and I'm really happy with how this one is growing for me. Like I touched on previously, I think these ones are a little bit more finicky, so the fact that I've been able to keep this one alive because I have killed my other Perus, it's a real win for me. Yep, love it. I might have to put it on like on a support beam soon, because it's starting to trail, or I can let it trail. I don't know, I'll have to decide once that starts. This next one was a plant also picked up on that Seattle trip, and that is my Monstera siltepecana. I love this plant so much, even though just like the Peru, I find this one to want a little bit more water than what I would want it to want. I need to water it once a week at least, or else it looks pretty sad. It actually needs to be watered again after I just watered it last week. I might mix up the soil mixture it's in to maybe help it retain that water a little bit more. I don't know. I say I'm gonna do things and I intend to do things and then I just don't do them. So we'll see. But it has grown beautifully. It has grown a lot since I picked it up on that Seattle trip. I don't remember if I have a picture of that plant. If I do, I will put it in here. But look at these. Look at the leaves. They're so pretty. Look at this. It's so pretty. I really like the Monstera siltepecana because I found it does not require a ton of light. This one sits on my buffet table, gets kind of an indirect light, medium to indirect light, and I just find it to be so happy. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, but I love weirdos, so it fits me. And it has this adorable little mushroom planter prop thingy that I got on Etsy. So yes, love the Monstera siltepecana. Easily one of my favorites, even though, like I said, it requires a little bit more water than I would like it to, but we get over it because it's so pretty. This next Monstera, I'm not gonna lie, is not like one of my favorites at all. I kind of regret buying the plant, if I'm being honest, but I'm gonna stick through it because I did spend quite a bit of what I would consider quite a bit of money for it. So I'm just gonna show you. This is my Monstera standleyana. Is it albo? I don't know if it's albo, but it has like the little variegation. You can see like the variegation in that leaf over there. It has been quite picked over by my animals. There are lots of bite marks on this because, like I said, that's what animals do. That's what animals do. So yeah, I paid $75 for this, $70, which, I mean, it's not the worst to pay for a standleyana when I've like looked out online. Because I didn't even say, I found this locally. Someone local was selling this plant. I found it at a farmer's market. So all the pictures that I saw of it were so pretty, and it is a very pretty plant. Like I said, look at that. I think that leaf is beautiful. I love the variegation in that leaf, and even in this leaf here. I have a hard time seeing. It has a little bit of like yellowing, but in my opinion, that still has really, really beautiful variegation. Anyway, so I picked it up locally, and but yeah, in my care just really hasn't wowed me. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stick it out. Also, and I knew this, but the pictures, Like, it's just like the saying, my eyes were bigger than my stomach. Like, I knew I probably, in actuality, I probably wouldn't like this plant, but in my mind, I was like, that's beautiful and I want it, so I bought it. But, you know, eating my words now, I'm gonna stick with it because I paid so much money for it, and we'll just see where it goes. But yeah, I'm not like the fondest of just how it's growing up right here. It's weird. It's weird. But not the kind of weird that I like. It's the weird I don't like. But what it's still, like I said, it's still very pretty, just not my favorite. Just not what I was expecting. Okay, that leaves one more Monstera for this video, and it is a common Monstera. It has been featured before, but it is too big for me to bring over here, / I don't want to bring it over here because it is big, so I'm going to bring it to you. Let's go. Hello, I am in my dining room where my Monstera deliciosa lives, and this is my Monstera deliciosa. The foster kitty's out, and oh, there he is, making a lot of noise. So you know, you should know already, but just so you know. Monstera deliciosa. I have had this plant for a long time. Well, for me, for a long time, for my plant journey, a long time. Sir, this plant was actually very popular when I first started like being interested in plants. This plant was like the plant to get. And what are you doing? I don't know what he's doing. This was the plant to get, and I remember I was, hi. I remember I was so excited when I found this at a Lowe's, I believe. So I found it at a Lowe's. It has not been, actually, has it been repotted? I can't remember. I've had this plant for so long. I cannot remember what I've done to it. This deliciosa is one of my most dependable plants. I love this plant. Yeah, I do love it. I forgot where I was because I got interrupted by the cat. But my Monstera deliciosa is one of my most dependable plants. It doesn't look in the best condition, but so dependable, and I think it likes it here. So this window is a northern exposure, and then I'm bad with directions, so I forget what way this one is. So I think that's west. This is western. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm so bad. I know this is north though. This is north. This window is north. So it's happy with this like dual light situation that it's getting. And so exciting, I just realized the other day, this is like a couple weeks ago, that I'm getting aerial roots on my Monstera. So I've never gotten aerial roots on it, and so that's super cool to me. Actually, hold on, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the roots because I think they're really cool. Okay, we have some aerial roots right there. We have some, let me go this way. On the very dirty table. Oh, will you focus, please? No. There's a blurry one right there. If I go out more. There you go, you can see it. Okay, there's one right there. You can kind of see. You can see the other one right there. And then if we go around, there's also one right there. And I think it's so cute. I love the deliciosa so much. Thank you so much for joining me today while I show you all of my Monsteras. Again, I know I don't have a lot of them, but I'm pretty happy with the ones that I do have. Besides the deliciosa and the siltepecana, I think Monsteras for me are kind of finicky for me to care for, so I don't think I'll be actively looking at least, to add any more to my collection. However, you know, if one pops up and it catches my eye, I can't say what I'll do because I'll probably at least try it. So with that, anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next time. I hope you have a great day. Cheers.